I love it.
So
Welcome back to this very show, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Sundance and Ashley in the house. We're talking about Xuna Aesthetics. And before we get going, we did a little segment. We always do Beam Time, where we light the studio.
Yeah.
They love that. Do you think we could light it for them? Like, what color you guys want?
Blue and purple.
It's like blue is kind of your aesthetic.
Blue,
Bring it down.
Purple, green.
All right, you can just say 3, 2, 1, and maybe it'll light blue. We'll see.
Snap a finger.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! We've never done that before outside of
We've never done it.
That was very
Now
exciting.
all of our guests are going to love this, Scott.
I don't blame them.
The directors are going to be so mad at us.
Sorry, now they're going to have a request.
Exactly.
It's
All
Okay.
these requests.
It's the least we could do. Love seeing you guys. You want to remind people, kick us off, remind people a little bit about Xuna and what you've come to create for people, help people out?
Absolutely. So Xuna Aesthetics is a medical spa. We are based in Vacaville. We are hyper specialized on things like non-surgical anti-aging procedures. That includes things like injection therapies, medical grade skincare, energy-based treatments like lasers. But I think what we're really known for are things like super subtle, natural results.
Sure.
So
when you're seeing someone that had something done, you're like, whoa, your entire face changed. It's that subtle movement towards looking the way people maybe want to look.
Our befores and afters, I think we'll see some. It can be a little hard to know exactly what was done. Ooh. And that is our favorite thing.
That is good.
You know, because it is subtle. Maybe it's a little bit of a stronger chin and jaw. Maybe it's a little bit less of a squeeze around the eyes. But what reads is less tired, less angry, a little bit more rejuvenated.
That's how you got to do it. All right, we got to get right to it because I want to show some of these things. We have questions. So the whole idea this time is men also getting involved.
Yes.
And before we show those, why are men getting involved also?
So it turns out that men don't want to look older than they feel.
It's true. It's true. You want to be, you know.
I mean, okay, so nobody wants to have a classic car and have you guess that it looked younger than it is. You want it to look its age, but you want it to look cared for, right? We want it to be cherry and gorgeous. When it's brand new, you can take it to the car wash, but eventually there's a little rust. You got to get under the hood. There's a sound. We got to do a little bit more to make her look cared for, but authentic.
I love that. All right, so we do have some questions from guys that are specifically for you guys to answer. I'm hoping you're ready to be put on the spot yet again. We do this to them
all the
every time. Are you ready for this? You already snapped, so you have to be ready. For this one from Jared. Thanks, Jared, for writing in. What does it feel like to have Botox injections? I'm guessing Jared's never had it done, but he's thinking about it.
Might have a little bit of a needle phobia, right? So that is real. But thankfully with Botox injections, we use literally the smallest needle ever. I mean, these are like little tiny bee stings. They are very, very, very quick. You know, most people don't even feel when it's happening. But it's kind of just a little tiny poke and then maybe a little mosquito bite bumps for about 15 minutes after. You can go to work within the next 20 minutes.
Universally, people are saying like, that was it.
Oh.
That's
the reaction. Best reaction
really
ever.
This is going to work? That's
all
it?
right.
Okay.
Jared's going to feel good about that.
He is. All right, we have another one coming in from Zach. All right, Zach, thanks for doing this one. He says, what is the difference between Botox for men and women? Is it different Botox?
Oh, it's such a good question. I think all of us see work that we don't like. In our industry, some people, like we, like to talk about work that you can see is not necessarily good work. This work should not speak for itself. You should just look refreshed. For men, that's going to be an athletic look, a little rugged, hydrated, but more chiseled. We're not feminizing men. I think that's the important thing. We do a lot of training to do this stuff, and it's very subtle. Every treatment is unique, kind of bespoke, so it's a beautiful thing to see.
Love that. All right, I want to got to get this one in from Greg because I think this is good. What's the difference between Botox and other skincare, such as creams, which you guys have talked about? You've gifted us some of those things.
I hope you're loving them.
Tell people a little bit about the difference. Tell Greg a little bit about the difference.
Right. So Botox injections are going to be a little different than topical skincare, right? So this is really going after fine lines, wrinkles, relaxing kind of tension. You know, Sundance mentioned about, you know, looking less angry or frustrated, really just kind of smoothing out those lines. Where skincare, when we talk about serums, it's going to be these scientifically vetted, medicated serums. Different than creams that you can find over the counter, which maybe feel really nice and have some coconut oil and whatnot, but those are not kind of medically studied, clinically based like serums.
Very nice.
I love that.
Multimodal, right? You kind of want a little bit of different modalities that are evidence-based to get the most natural, rejuvenated look.
Love it.
Yeah, I wish you could just do Botox for everything, but it's
I love it.
definitely not. It doesn't
Very,
work
very
like
good.
that.
All right, well, we love putting you on the spot. Thanks for doing that for us.
Yes.
Make sure we'll put up that information so that people know where they can find you. Xuna Aesthetics out there in Vacaville. You got the website, the Instagram, everything you need. So you can go. Great job.
Awesome.
And lighting the studio blue was next level.
I love it.
Next
I
level
love
stuff.
it.
Well, they're the best, Scott. I may have to go down there too. Right? I may have to go in there and just give it a little bit, because now that I know that doesn't really hurt at all. Right? You just touch it, you're good to go. I can go back to work. Might be like a little mosquito bite. It's all good.